And we're live. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tonight, I feel like, I don't know, I just like doing these live streams where I actually do something. Now, these are the cylinder heads I got back from Butler Performance in Tennessee a few weeks ago before Christmas, and they're like already done, decked, 3-angle valve job. I've got brand new valves to put in these things, so pretty much just throw them together and go. We're going to kind of go through some of the steps. I am by no means an expert, but yeah, just kind of talk to you guys while I'm doing this, and I guess we can talk about what I'm doing if you're curious. I think most of you are probably better at this than me, but I don't know. I just like being productive. It's like we're hanging out in the shop for real. I am going to jump over and get the comments going. Probably.
This is RM12. We're giving away.
Whoops. What's going on? Nice. What's up, Shane? All right. These things are honestly nice. I might even swing you guys in to take a look at this. Basically, all I've done, they already did the seats. You'll notice there's some brake clean on them. I was cleaning up the casting flash. Dig. So you can see the nastiness in there, but I took off, I would call them boogers, all the really high spots you can kind of see in there. So most the exhaust valves that are really bad, I just kind of smoothed out the worst of it, but kind of huck this together with some brake clean, and good enough, you know. Yeah, holler at me in the comments if I do something wrong, because I am going to do another one of these as a how-to, but this one's just kind of for fun. Like, I have a general sense of what I'm doing. It's been a minute since I assembled heads, but yeah, should be fine. Oh, and holler, I've got a new heater in the shop, so if you guys are experiencing like a whole bunch of audio issues or whatever, yeah, let me know. Alright. The only real downside to these is that they are heavy. And I bought Viton seals. I don't know if I mentioned that before. These things are nice. Alright. Easy as cake install. I need an exhaust valve, which is of course on the bottom. I showed you guys these. I got these from Butler, and then new chromoly retainers from Crower, and new dual valve springs. These are good to, I want to say like 600 lift motor. They're really nice alloy dual springs. When I do the actual assembly video, I will like list all the part numbers, but if you really want to know, tune into that one later. Rookie, I'm pretty sure. I left all my locks over there. I'll have to go get those. So, these are cross valves. Wow, these are nice. All stainless steel, brand new. Got our seal on there already. This is probably a no-no. Should use a cotton rag because burrs, but make sure everything is completely clean. Alright. Holy crap, 9 people are watching me do this right now? Okay. I will take it. Alright. I'm gonna grab the retainers. I can slop this in real quick. Of course, they're in the most inconvenient location I could possibly put them because you guys know me. Alright. bit of assembly goo. Beautiful. This is gonna be awesome. Go get those locks. Sit tight. Rookie mistake. Should have had those ready to go. No, these are Pontiac heads. They're 6x4, which came on, I believe, just the Pontiac 350s. Should have mentioned that earlier. Butler went through, I think these are actually cleaned up with the CNC a little bit. They did a valve job on them. They're milled. They've cleaned up all these surfaces. They even went through and tapped everything, and apparently had stripped the threads, or someone did, out of this one, so that's already helicoiled. Like, a couple $100 here or there, but like for what I paid, they look brand freaking new. These are the nasty heads off of the engine that had like a 1/4 inch of grease on it when I took it out. They were gross. But I'm editing a video when we actually picked all this up, and they kind of showed how they hot tank stuff. They bake them to get everything out of them. The water jackets and everything look really nice, so they're not full of scale and grime. It's honestly pretty impressive the way they do things there. Clean up a couple of these locks. I did get new retainers to match the valve springs. These just got a little dirty. Nothing I'm too worried about. Pair of those ready. All right. Bust open my new retainers. This is all honestly not super trick stuff. I could have cut more corners probably and reused original valves. One of the heads was actually cracked, so well worth having them go through that. Nothing like building a brand new engine and, you know, melting it down because the head dumps a whole bunch of coolant. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. No, this was all gone through at Butler Performance down in Tennessee for me. Got my, here we go. Oh yeah, nothing to it. Wish me luck. It's been a minute since I've done this. Of course my fingers are in the way. Ooh, does not like that. Release the tension very gingerly. That was easy. What are you guys up to tonight? I feel like I'm talking to myself just because there's no audio, so, you know, help me feel less crazy. And now the moment of truth. Hit it with a dead blow hammer. Works for me. Apparently that's all she wrote. That was way too easy. It's probably not going to go like that the rest of the tonight. Nice. Yeah. Spent a lot of today running around doing errands that ended up not helping with this at all. And pretty much just prepping for this. But, man, those look nice. Switch gears here. Intake valves. These are actually stainless steel valves too. These are really nice. Look at those things. They are freaking beautiful. Roll bar, yeah. Watching me assemble heads. Yeah. Well, hey, it's better than nothing, right? What else is going on Monday? Like, what, football? Sure, it's not the greatest night for that reason, but you know, thanks for coming in, guys. The roll bar install, it went super easy. I did that on Instagram Live earlier for the rest of you who are super confused. Yeah, I went to the car wash and had some tools in the car, so since it's not freezing in the self-service car wash, I just slapped it in there. It was easy. Just like a couple bolts. I'm gonna have to return to that and do it really right later, but yeah, went good. It's fine. Just a couple more self-tappers later on, and it's good. I might even add some bolts to it just so I don't die. It was, shoot, last night or the night before, I actually buried the thing in the snow, monkeying around out at our secret burnout location. Feet ball, right, exactly. Sports. And should have installed the valve seal. Already getting distracted. It's gonna make for a really, really useful video. I'm being sarcastic. All right. All right. I guess a note for any of you guys who've never done Pontiac heads, you do have to have these cut to fit the new seals. Cut the old ones off, the old seats. But I had all new seats put in because mine were, well, not good, and one of the heads was cracked. So this is part of a kind of mismatched set of heads, but they're the same castings and everything. So, I mean, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other, right? This is almost too easy. Write down another set of locks. Schnastier than I was hoping. This is gonna take a while, but hour a day, right? That's all it takes. Yeah. Let's see. Can I go 2 for 2, or am I going to slip off of this one? Ooh. Ooh. It really doesn't like that. Ooh. Looks like it wants to come out. I might have screwed up. Oh, no, we're okay. Wow. This is way easier than I remember. Probably shaking the hell out of the camera, isn't it? Oh well. You get what you pay for. Can you guys hear the heater or anything? Somebody holler if it's making like a bunch of white background noise. It's not doing a damn thing. Am I good at this? I feel like... I don't know. This is just going way smoother than it should. That's just disassembly in reverse, right? Get all my valve seals on here before I forget another one. At least I didn't have the spring on yet. It'll be a hilarious moment when I get them like ready to install and I have one of these left. That's not supposed to happen. Oh, thanks. Good. Yeah, if it gets noisy, I've got a propane one that's a little quieter, but it's actually a pretty decent day. It's been down to like, you know, 5-10 degrees outside. But as you can see, it's nice and toasty in here. So I'll be working on this frickin' car all winter. You can believe that. Alright. You guys do anything interesting today? Besides, you know, typical Monday stuff? First work day of the year? Well, I guess not for everybody, but I would assume most of us. Oh, good question. No. So I actually double-checked with Butler today. Brand new valves, and there's a 3-angle valve job done to the heads themselves. No need to lap them whatsoever. I will check everything to make sure it's not leaking before I make sure that's seated carefully. I don't like that. There's a lot of space on that one. No, that's all the way down. Yeah, no need. So since it has a brand new valve job on it, that is not all the way down. These are. No need to worry about that. Ordinarily, yeah, especially if I were using, you know, used valves, even with a valve job, that would be quite a different story. But these the surfaces are machined better than I can hand or machine lap them. A little bit of a gap on this one. I'm going to carefully pop it off. Apply just a little bit of oil to it so I can slide it down a little further. Rookie mistake. Where's your cabin at that you had to drive over a snowbank? We've got a little bit of it around here this morning, but it's just kind of a dusting. So, for the most part, I really haven't had to worry about too much. Pulled my snowblower out. I was gonna live stream that a little while back, but we were in a hurry, and the snowblower just started right up. Like I one crank, checked the oil, and ended up having to replace a belt. That was it. Apparently, that's why I parked it. Is the belt was slipping, which I had 2 of them up here. Kind of a lazy moron. Got to be summer, worried about the mower. Oh, God, that is a lot of snow. Oh, come on. This is basically going to be the whole video of me struggling to uninstall parts I just put on. Okay, there we go. This one just did not want to seat all the way down. Just a dab will do you. Just a little bit there. Hey, what's going on? Don't break it. It's a Pontiac. They're hard to kill. Ow. Pretty sure I just got a metal splinter in my finger. You know what? Now that I look more carefully... Oh, nope. Just a skosh more compression. I think that's all she's gonna take. What's going on, Rob? What you know? So it's change of pace for you, not looking at Mopars. Don't break it. Actually, funny story. So, Butler Performance has been awesome to me through this whole thing. I'm nicer than I deserve, honestly. So this probably wouldn't be happening otherwise. I sent in the block and heads, found out one of them was cracked. They set everything aside, didn't cut the second head. I sent them another one because I found Pontiac heads on like Marketplace. I went to meet the guy and give him $75 or whatever he wanted, and they weren't the same casting number. So if you don't know Pontiac heads, this boss right here has the casting that tells you what, you know, open chamber, closed chamber, and kind of a general gear series. There's a second casting right here. These are 6X-4, which is a 93 3/4 cc chamber. Well, he had 1-4 and 1-8. So one was off of 350, one was off of 400. I'm assuming one was machined down to be the same, but they're never quite right. At least I don't think so, because you have to mill down the heads and they're not the same height. It's all whole thing. So he ended up giving me the heads. I had one extra -4, sent it in, had it cut, matched. They are exactly the same heads. So these have actually been checked out. They cut this for the newer, these like springy style new valve seals, and I did buy the Viton ones from Butler since they don't tend to break down or get brittle in oil. Holy crap, I'm so having a hard time keeping up with the comments. Yeah, so, and since you guys are on the live stream, I'll give you a little insider stuff. This is going on to a 474 cubic inch bottom end. It's originally a Pontiac 455. It's a Trans Am block, but you could do it just about anything. It's a slightly offset grind crank. I think it's 4.250 or 4.025. I'll do an actual how-to and we'll go through the specs of the engine, but it's an offset grind by a few thousandths because it uses big block Chevy rods, which are A, cheap, and B, super strong, since you can get them as a steel rod really inexpensive. And that allows me to, A, it's a better rod angle, it's just all around better, and with the pistons I'm using, a little bit more compression. It's going to be right around 9.8 to 1, so it'll still run on pump gas. I mean, based on the specs we're using for the cam, which I also got from Crowder along with the valve springs and everything, we dynoed a smaller engine while I was there. It was a 461, same head, same block, just a milder build with a smaller cam. That one made, I want to say, 476 horsepower and over 500 foot-pounds of torque. So the idea here is kind of a car that theoretically can tangle with a brand new Mustang, brand new Camaro, and it's probably as light or lighter than those cars are. Yeah, these are I mean, they're legit nice. And honestly, I was looking through the paperwork today, and what I paid them to do was well worth it. I'm in eastern Iowa, kind of a small town, so my options were kind of like, they mostly do maybe some hobby stock engines, which frequently blow up, and, you know, tractors. So they do good work, I'm sure, but they're just not familiar with Pontiacs. They're not the kind of shop I would trust to machine my heads and check everything out. They're more of a, you know, machine the bores, machine everything. They don't have the girdles to do it. They don't have the tooling or the knowledge, because all they really touch is small block Chevys, maybe a few diesel engines here and there. I called up Butler and basically said, I don't know if I can afford this. I don't think I can do this. And they kind of walked me through. So using these heads, it was honestly not that expensive. I've put a few $100 into these, and they're like, they look brand new. I'm sure you guys can see on the camera pretty well. Got it blocked a little, but these are all cleaned up. They actually bake these things. They look like brand new castings. They're awesome, and everything's machined really nice. And they were super helpful. They didn't want a dime to basically just give me the information. So kind of comparing even to just put in an LS that makes less power would have probably cost more money if I did it clean, and you know, buy the mounts, buy the proper tank with a sump, buy a harness. I mean, that stuff adds up. So kind of factoring all that in, I put $700 into the complete engine, and obviously I put some money into machining it and buying the new parts, but it's the hill of beans. Honestly, it was way more affordable than I thought it was going to be. So they do have the option, you can even buy a block from them, but sending them what I had and having them go through it was pretty inexpensive. They're really competitive on parts, and for a lot of stuff, and especially going with the big block Chevy rods, it really wasn't any more expensive than building a small block or a big block Chevy. So definitely glad I went this route. Yeah, Butler is just awesome. The video of that should be out pretty soon, and pretty much the whole time you'll hear me keep going, this is amazing, because I couldn't believe I was allowed to be in there. They had Ram Air 5 heads and 2,000 plus horsepower, like full billet blocks. They do stuff for Big Chief off of Street Outlaws, so his engines are Pontiac engines. I know he runs like a filled block and everything. That's pretty out there, but yeah, for me to have my lowly little street engine here that's just gonna run an Edelbrock and pump gas through it, they were more than happy to spend time with me, which is super cool. That's the way speed shops used to be, and that's the way Butler still is. Very cool. Just got a little something on that one. Whoops. All right. Intake valve again. You know what would help me out? What do you guys want to see me do next in the shop? Obviously, I'm going to do how-tos of all this stuff, but what should the live streams be? The ones I always watch are just people sitting in chairs drinking beer. Not that I'm opposed to that. You like this? Okay, cool. Appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming in. Honestly, I know, especially with everything being closed, it's kind of hard to hang out in the shop with your buddies. My friend Nate comes by, and I've seen, you know, one or two of you here and there, but I like this. I think these are fun. Even if I'm not the greatest mechanic that ever lived, it's kind of like we're hanging out in person. Make sure that seat is just perfect. I brake cleaned these earlier. Did a pretty good job on these. For those of you who missed out, I did all the grinding and cleaning up the boogers before we started the video. Here we are. Stream as you build. Okay, yeah. It might be all boring stuff, and like I said, I'll do an actual how-to video you guys can watch later that you know, these are the burrs we clean up. Honestly, this is super easy. Like I said, most of you are probably better builders than me. I am a hobbyist, and I like to think that's what's relatable about this. I called up Crower, so this is what I'm doing. I called up Butler and said, this is what I want to do, and I'm speaking out of school to say it's going to make X amount of power, but having seen it done with this exact combo or smaller cam, same head, same block, it's not really that speculative. So the quarter mile sorted out whether I'm right or wrong or made some mistakes, but that's what it's all about. I don't have the means to buy a hot rod, so we build. I'm sure is something you guys are all pretty used to. I have actually, Rob. I ordered the aluminum radiator. Gosh, what else? I've got a whole bunch of yeah, what Rob said. I got a whole bunch of stuff from Jegs. They gave me a really good deal. ring compressor. I mean, again, these are like $30 tools. Honestly, they're very basic. So I'm gonna end up filing all my own rings and putting everything together myself. It saves a lot of money. Butler does, like, if you guys look, there are all these dyno videos. You can spend, you know, 10K and above making 600, 800, 1,000 or more horsepower, and they'll send it to you in a crate. You plug it in and start it. But not really my program. They do this too. That's actually a lot of what their business is, and I didn't realize that. I knew kind of the big chief kind of thing, but yeah, this is a big piece of it. They even do, if you don't have a block or you don't have heads and you're buying like a short block or a long block kit, they can get you a block, or they've got some inventory that you can get a 400 block or a 455. They buy them up, so kind of cool. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I'm used to this car making, let's say it was making every horsepower it did when it was brand new, 160 or so. Now I had put a 4-barrel on it and an Edelbrock intake, and that's it. I'm assuming it was the stock 2-barrel engine that it came with from the factory. It was really clean inside, but it had obviously been leaking oil, and one of the heads was cracked. So on a very good day, when everything was working, which it wasn't, it made less than 200 horsepower, maybe, I don't know, they're rated at like 275 or 300 foot-pounds of torque. Just super mild. So I can see why somebody might think a 350 Pontiac was not worth going through. Had I done this exact same thing, 300 plus horsepower would be doable, but with this 474, 400 plus horsepower is very doable. So you know what your power goals are. You might go to like a 400 with a stroker crank or something. I understand too that the 455 block is desirable because you don't have to clearance the block for the bigger crank. I think the 400s only take a little bit. That's not the kind of thing I would send to just any machine shop. It's obviously a bad mistake to make. Yeah, there's really... Oh, what's up, Jed? I didn't realize you were in here too. Gang's all here. Yeah, Jed, that's my big mistake. I get a little too happy trying to make the video perfect. I mean, you've seen my cars. What the hell am I doing? Trying to make perfect videos of junk. But, yeah, I'm getting better at it, and we're going to do some live streams, which are zero editing. But unfortunately, you get all of me. All the dumb isms. Ooh. That's ungood. I have been noticed. Yes, factory smog motors. They sucked. Pretty big time. I might have this thing over adjusted. We'll see. Gotta pull this retainer back out. Magnet, handy to have. Yeah, I've got another, those of you that have been following, the Cutlass, another episode of that coming up. So that car is actually getting a bunch of work this winter too. Trying to split time between 52 different things at once. Oh, dang it. Slowly. Slowly. Okay. Don't break it. Yeah, I know, Rob. I'm not trying to, but you know, that's kind of what led us here. I let a Canadian drive my car one time. We blew it up doing burnouts. I'm not gonna break it. It's fine. Don't worry, I'm being gentle. There's cardboard under it. I'm not gonna bend a valve. I want to make sure that those retainers are seated. It would really suck to drop one of these. Honestly, the spring pressures are not too insane with these dual springs. I like that. I want this thing to last a while, so on the chance that I end up going to Edelbrock heads or something, the bottom end's built for it, but these right here are good for 400 plus horsepower out of the box. Oh. Everybody's worried. With a 20-pound sledge, not a dead blow. Ease that off the bench. Hopefully I'm not bouncing the camera too bad, but yeah, those aren't coming out. Yeah, I like Canadians. They're the ones who, you guys haven't seen. We did some New Year's burnouts a couple days ago. Jed. No, Canadian bacon is not better. That is incorrect. Only Chevys are hammer fixable. That's what I like about them. I kind of cut my teeth working on, well, cheap garbage. Of course, I have these backwards, so I can't read the labels. Intake, exhaust. Yeah, I actually only have, well, my daily driver's a Chevy, but that doesn't count. It's a late model. And then I've got 90 GMC, and that's the only small block I have. Huh. We've got a Japanese car now. I do love burnouts and bacon. I don't know what the hell happened. I used to be all about Chevy, but I bought one 94 Pontiac when I was in high school. I think it broke me. Oh, dude, Canadian bacon, pineapple, black olives. You're right. That's amazing pizza. I'm sure I'm gonna get hate for it, but you know, it's my channel. I do what I want. Already brake clean these. Check them again. Clean as a whistle. He's good enough for me. Do you know what John needs? Oh, you were asking earlier about the radiator. It's a Champion, I want to say. Like a 3 or 4 core aluminum. Got a bunch of other engine building stuff from Jegs too. Pretty slick deal. Ooh, need to wipe down more keepers here. Does Jed know what I need? I probably need an attitude adjustment, a part-time mechanic, and a maid. That's about it. I'd be good with that. Bacon fuel fragrance? Oh, I would use that, Rob. I would so use bacon fuel fragrance. Oh, that's awesome. Also, a giant Jegs banner would be sweet. I love shop banners. It's great. Oh. Why am I such a messy engine assembler? Yeah, I actually smelled that fuel fragrance when we test drove it a while back. Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've never smelled a car that smelled slutty. Like, not on the inside, on the outside, which fits because, I mean, her name is Jezebel, so it sounded like a real, or smelled like a real lady of the night. That was, well done on that, sir. Stripper, glitter, and bad decision. That's exactly what it smelled like. No joke. What was that called? Like, girlfriend or something? That was hilarious. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Shane. It was good to see you. Shane's the guy who helped me out with the cam a little bit. Real smart guy. And a good friend. He's got some sweet Mopars. All right. Yeah, Rob, in fact, is super helpful. I ask for him by name when I have the opportunity. I believe Rob's got a pretty sweet old Mopar, too. Stella, right? There we go. Oh, God. Well, we're going to go back to the drawing board on that one. Oh, man. Ex-girlfriend. That's what it was, yeah. Big yellow Stella. Yeah, Rob's minty as hell. He found exactly what I needed last time I called. Rob is my Jegs dude now. Sorry, Rob. You have to deal with me now. I don't want to deal with anybody else. Oh, I think I have this thing turned down just a little too far. Oof. That one worked out. Seriously, huge help. I struggle. As I've mentioned, I'm not the greatest, well, anything. That goes for assembler, mechanic, parts finder. Really not a pro at any of it. Helps to have smart people helping me. Do I have cool guy poncho valve cover? Actually, yes, I do. 1 second. Where did I put them? They are in the parts pile somewhere. I might have tucked them away. Dang it. That's a nail gun. Nope. Damn it. Where did I put my valve covers? I have a really nice set of Moroso valve covers that match the match this, my air cleaner, which a good friend Ken from Spider Garage gave me. If you guys aren't following them, pretty neat. I know it's a Chevy build, but you know, father son, pretty feel good stuff. I love that. So I needed a low pro lid, and he kindly gave this to me. It's rough. It's legit like 70s 80s speed parts, which is what I like. That's gonna bother me now. Where did I put those valve covers, man? Huh. They're gonna turn up about 5 minutes after we're done. I'll dig for them later. Let's keep going on the heads. Firebird. What Firebird? I already have 2 of them. I look like a pro with a hammer. Yeah. because you still have a set of super duper cool guy poncho covers. I have the exact same ones. I think we talked about this when I was there last time. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I remember, Jed. And I have them somewhere. I've reorganized a little bit, so that has unfortunately led me to actually misplace more things than I found, which typical around here. I do have this fancy dancy burn your car to the ground cool guy intake manifold that I got from Jed. It's yeah, held together with zip ties like everything else I own. Rad hoses. They are somewhere. This is bugging me. Those are the stock ones. They are right under my nose. I just know it. Anyway, I need an exhaust valve. I think. Why do I not remember? Yeah. Hmm. 69 million horsepower. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, Jed, I know those valve covers are ruining your all Mopar hordes, so you gotta make them go away. I'm sure I'll build another Pontiac engine someday. Birdsong already tried to get me to buy the T37 he has, but it's as far gone as my Cutlass is, and I'm already half done with the Cutlass. Or 3/4 done on my standards. Need to dial this thing back. Couple turns. Oh, I was mistaken. Are these 97? They are 97 cc's. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, the Ford doesn't count. That's Birdsong's car. And the GMC doesn't run, so I don't know, does that count? Or at least the GMC is not even close to streetable. Now remembering I should have cleaned up some retainers. Watch this thing spring off in my face. It'll be fine. It's less tension than I was using before. Yes, exactly. No, the T37's like it's like GTO light kind of. They came with a 350, I think, usually, but they're still pretty cool. They're just, I don't know, it didn't have the stripes or anything that I really go for. Oh, and yes, the Champion Red. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'll put this one on, I'll go drag it out. Pretty sure I've already unboxed it. Oh, yeah, no, that was the reason. They had a smaller engine, usually a lot of the same appearance stuff. I'm not sure if you could get them with the Endura front end, but most of them I see are kind of like an upscale Le Mans kind of thing. They're still cool, but they're just not... They're not 71 GTO or 66 GTO cool, you know? There we go. Focus on the task at hand, I suppose. The rear wing is cool. Same as like the GTX. I've always wanted one of those. Or GSX. That's what I meant. Getting close at least. Alright. T-37s are cool. I'd like to have it, but I'd like to finish one of my other cars more. So I think that'll go to somebody else. Chris had it sold, and I guess that buyer backed out. I think he only wanted like $2,500 or something for it. It was cheap. It's just, you know, I need another Pontiac project. Like, I need a hole in the head, and I've got my A-body fix, thanks to Jed. Even though he sold me a lemon, he didn't. At least I don't think he did. No, I'm just joking, you guys. Jed gave me a good deal on that car. I knew it was in rough shape. Only I can make hole in the head jokes. Oh, that's... So between this one car behind me and the driveway, and there's one behind the shop, I have 7 cars right now, and the police are not hassling me, so probably get more of them street worthy before I buy another one. Probably. I mean, no promises. Jed wants me to give me one of his darts, I wouldn't complain. My yard needs a Mopar. Time for another project. Dang it. No, Jed, no. I already told Chris I didn't want it. It's far away, it's expensive, and it's as broken or more broken than the one I already have. Alright. Once again, forgot to clean the stupid retainers. Ooh, an AMC. Yeah, I would like that. I like AMCs. Honestly, you guys are probably going to laugh at me. I mean, so I'm getting to love less popular models. Like this Firebird is, yeah, technically it's the same body as Smokey in the Bandit car, but it's not. It's the ugly one that everybody parted out or cloned to a 77. I wanted maybe a Chevelle or a 66 Tempest, but an A-body's an A-body, so a 71 Cutlass is close enough for me. I really like AMC wagons. Of all the wagons, they're kind of cool. They sort of have kind of a muscly look to them, but nobody builds them. Of course, you know, like Jacob Davis has one. My buddy Daniel has a couple of them. I guess actually Jacob's got like 3 between him and his dad. But I don't know. I just think they're neat. I think it'd be cheap enough to build one. Put a Dodge in that garage. I don't have any more room, man. It's full of dirt bikes and a motorcycle and a table saw and this pile. Yeah. Rob, what year is Stella though? First off, yellow, kind of cool. You don't see many of them cars. Everybody ordered them in, you know, either a high impact color or just something bland. So yellow's different. Little offbeat, kind of like we are. Nobody wants to own my Dart besides me. Yeah, that's right. You have 2 also. I kind of forgot about that. Pretty sure that's seated. Looks good anyway. Man, these look good. 73 Dodge Coronet Custom. Okay, first of all, I like 4-doors. I don't know why. I'm strange. Second of all, you can still get into them. Like, I know everybody poo-poos getting a more door or a wagon, but you can actually take the family out, take your friends out. What's cooler, like parking your hot rod on Friday night at 6 before dinner, or taking everybody out in it? 4-doors are cool. Yeah, is the 72 in... That one's in Tennessee. Or no, that one's still in California. That's right. Needs those crazy bushings and a bunch of other stuff. 45,000 original miles. Yeah, I would own that car for sure. You guys being Mopar people know that at this point, even a 70s B body 2-door with no floors, they're crazy money. I'll have, so this car, including the whole engine build, between $4,000 and $6,000, including the purchase price, tires. I've done some horse trading, but that's new engine, new radiator, transmission swap. GMs are just cheap to build, even though people say Pontiacs are up there. They're really not. It's not bad at all. Man, these look nice. I gotta flip this over when I'm done so you guys can see it. Oh. 77's in Tennessee, okay. Put one up as a cop car with a new Hemi in it. Oh, yeah, so I actually did a video of that car. I'm blanking on his name right now, but it's, if you look on Facebook and probably on YouTube as well, it's the House of Mouse Racing cop car. It's just got enormous, like 14-inch wide meats on the rear. He had it at Roadkill Nights in 2019. That was pretty cool. We interviewed it, or I interviewed him, I guess. Yeah, he just took it out on Power Tour. That was his, he was gonna build a CUDA, and that, he just ran out of time. So, he built the Power Tour Patrol and was just out cruising around doing burnouts in his cop car. Because why not? You know? It's cool. Something different. He still had a different K member under it and a bunch of stuff to make it easier, but it was just swap member, disc brakes, and somebody restored it. It was like a Canadian cop car way back in the 90s, I think. Way back. But, you know, 30-year-old restoration. It was a little long in the tooth, but it still looked awesome. Had enough rock chips and stuff in it that I don't have to feel bad about driving it anymore. Cruising and baby making. Yeah, that 72 is crazy low miles, dude. You scored that thing. Yeah, he did. He did, Jed. I'm not that mad about it. Honestly, now that I have headers on it, I'm in love with it again. So that was Jed's big sales pitch. It came with free Mr. Gasket headers that had never been installed. Probably because, well, the company's called Mr. Gasket, not Mr. Headers. So the fitment was, and the frame's a little tweaked. But we'll have that ironed out in a month or so here. Yes, yeah, that was a 68 Coronet. That thing was super cool. Ooh, that's cold. Oh, well, no, it's probably about as cold as it is here. AMC 4-door Ambassador. Yeah. Those headers came with the yard dart? Why would anyone put Olds headers in the trunk of a Dodge Dart? Car people are goofy. Well, that was... Honestly, that sold me on it. I found the engine cheap enough. car was cheap enough. And it's cool. It's an A-body. Like, how do you go wrong with an inexpensive A-body? It's not like I'm in at 10 grand. It's a real hard top A-body coupe. Go find one, you know? It feels a little bit like performing brain surgery. All right. Yeah, you should definitely do a little something with Stella, even if you keep the small block in it. You could do a lot with that. I mean, you have the option to do different trans, different converter, gears, overdrive, maybe a little bit of valve train work. Yeah, you have a major AMC problem, my dude. Hey, man, you got a kit? Yeah. You have a 57? Holy crap, man. I had no idea. That's awesome. Do you follow DD Speed Shop then, the one they just gave away? That dude has a frickin' problem. I'm assuming that's how you found me. Huh. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Checking to make sure I had enough valves to do the other head. Dude, a 403 Gremlin would be super cool. Yeah, I figured. Yep. Yes. Oh, man. Bruce, you're from way back. That was... So the actual trip to do that was a little over 2 years ago. I probably put the video up like 2 years ago this month. Damn, that was a long time ago. Him and Matt... Awesome. Yeah, once you open Pandora's box, there's no putting the lid on it. Like, probably one spun rod bearing led to this 474 cubic inches later, and a 4-speed swap, and I found a posi, so we're doing that. Pretty much jump the shark. Is that the right way to put it? Yeah, the burnout call, that was just a couple days ago. That's naughty, Jed. We don't buy stuff from Summit. I do sometimes. Just depends. Basic maintenance? Boo! At least hit it with a Sawzall or something. Stock is boring. Timer. Holy crap, it's been an hour. I didn't even realize, guys. Well, it's like they say, though. Hour a day will get you there. We'll have this done before you know it. You did not want to get called out to do a burnout? Oh, yeah, the 4-speed swap and posi. Yes, basic maintenance. Sure. I don't think I'm going to paint this car. I mean, maybe. The only way I would do it, I would probably do what everyone doesn't want me to do and clone a 77. My buddy Kevin has the whole front valence. It's a little modification, but same fenders, same hood. It bolts right up. Another person offered me a shaker hood, so for trade, that is. I could probably get all the pieces to do it for, other than the shaker base and the thing, like $300-400, but everybody knows the car like this, so I'm kind of ruining it if I turn it into a 77 and paint it. Depends. We'll see what happens with the car. If I have the time and money, which I don't. I'm the type of guy that would rather buy another car. So, it's kind of how I ended up with the olds. Yes, I could have one very nice car, or I could have 2 or 3 not that nice cars and drive them all. More important to have it on the street than have it perfect to me. Oh, the engine. Yes, I am painting the engine. I actually already have that. The car. Yeah. The car I'm probably not going to paint. Surfing Bird does need a shaker. We actually painted, or not we, my buddy Matt, Imperial Beach Dad, when he did that, he figured out the proportions so I could cut this hood and just put a shaker underneath of it. But somebody in Oklahoma actually wants what's left of my 350 and would trade me a legit shaker hood for 76. That's a... Yeah, a Ute, not this car. Yeah, I am painting the engine. I've got all that. Dude, I wish this thing was a 74, honestly. So, those cars are unicorns. And I think you could still get the Turbo 400 trans in 74. This one's even more neutered. But I can't complain, honestly. The guy who had it gave me a killer deal on it. It's a super clean car. I've put probably 7,000 or 8,000 miles on it before I broke it. And we were not exactly nice to it while we were doing it. It's been a hell of a fun car. Like I said, driving them is what I like. It's exactly what I'm going to do the olds when it's ready. Yeah, the Super Duties are super cool. I didn't really know much about it until I was at Butler, but Scott, their operations guy, was telling me all about the Ram Air 5 heads, and they have a set of them. They had a set of them they were working on there. You could just go into the Pontiac dealership and buy Ram Air 5 heads to bolt on your 400 or onto whatever you had, and they're crazy compared to what these are. Small chambers, but it just enormous valves, enormous intake and exhaust ports. They were nutty, and they don't have any idea how many exist. Most of them go through Butler now. All right, that, other than the freeze plugs, which I will do later, that is a Pontiac head. Man, that looks nice. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they cut these a little bit. Holy cow. Glad I decided not to do any porting or messing with them. They did one heck of a job cleaning these up and doing the valves. All right. Yeah, Super Duty cars are cool. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Rob. We'll see you later. So yes, yeah, the M22 Rock Crusher, those were still available for a little bit. When am I bringing the car down to Kansas so you can bang gears in it? I'm not sure, but I'm down to do it after it's done. If you let me drive Jezebel, I'll let you drive this. How about that? Yeah, I always wanted one of those formulas But, yeah, the hoods are very expensive, even as a repop, so probably do a shaker. Yeah, this thing, with the right driver, this car will be very fast. With me behind the wheel, it will be pretty fast and very terrifying. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Feel like a pretty lucky dude getting to put this together. I definitely couldn't do it without, well, A, support from you guys, and B, a lot of people tolerating a lot of question asking and being super nice to me when I go to buy parts. So thanks again to Jegs. I said Butler has been more than kind to me, beyond kind, and helped us out with the pistons too. So I can't say enough good things about them. Just everybody who's making this happen. It would have been kind of sad to put that little 350 back in, because it needed as much or more work than this engine here, and it was boring. US body source. A fiberglass hood though, man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I could live with a flat black hood on the car, I guess, but everybody knows it with the bird. I love the hood bird. That's like the main thing for me. I feel like Burt Reynolds when I drive this pile. I know it's not a 77 or an actual Trans Am and has never been fast, but this is, you know, all about how it makes you feel. I actually probably could get him to redo the hood bird. That would be fun. Meet him up somewhere, maybe zip tie drags, or I think at some point I'm gonna try to take the car out west for maybe some call outs or Rocky Mountain Race Week or both. The idea, and we did talk about this. Shane, the guy used to work for Crower, he gave me a lot of advice. This is just a street engine, like I said, for those of you that weren't on before. It should be around 9.8 to 1 or a little lower. Run on pump gas just fine, even if I got to run 91 through it. It's all stock stuff, so I don't have $2,500 heads. I don't have a crazy block. It's nothing nuts, and it's even a flat tappet cam, so it's going to make a ton of power for being just basic budget parts. Yeah, I think the Formula hoods might have had like a steel back, but the scoops were definitely fiberglass. The hood bird's just so damn cool, though. I don't know, since I was a kid, I've been kind of just a hair obsessed with Smokey and the Bandit, so feels cool to drive around in a second-gen Firebird with a hood bird on it. Feel a little bit like Burt Reynolds. I just need to find a runaway bride or move some beer from Texarkana. Well, I feel like this is probably the logical end of the live stream, unless you guys got more questions or want to hang out and chat for a little bit. I have a frosty beverage to finish, and then I guess clean up the shop. It's about time I do the other head, so to set up the film for that. Probably, what else? Oh gosh, I need to do a line lock, subframe connectors, body bushings, a lot of boring stuff. So maybe we'll live stream some of that stuff. Be kind of fun for you guys to watch. You'll be my Sally Field. Jed, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah. The Bird was a factory automatic. I haven't been able to find a 4-speed console. If anybody has one, please reach out to me. Facebook, Instagram, wherever. I would like one. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna kind of hack up the factory one I have because it's the right color. And I'll use the automatic shifter location. See if I can do some inset cup holders if there's enough room there. Hoping I could get like a Pepsi can down in there and not knock it over when I'm banging gears. That would be ideal. No, I gotta set. I think I'm gonna do the other head as an actual like how-to that I edit, so it's not an hour of me talking and rambling. But yeah, I'll yank that one out. Go over kind of what I did deburring the thing. Honestly, these are pretty nice castings. I'm sure the other one's gonna be trash, so that'll be good fodder. But yeah, the other one will actually be a how-to video that's 5 or 10 minutes long. Yeah, Jed, no offense, you're just not my type, buddy. I'm sure you're beautiful to someone, but just not my particular cup of tea. I just see you as a friend. Well, seriously, I appreciate you guys coming to hang out, and I'm gonna try to give more notice and plan like one of these a week. If you guys are down to hang out in the shop with me, I'd definitely love to do it again. So, yeah, I'll try to brainstorm some more stuff, or just holler at me on Instagram what you want to see me do, or what looks interesting around here. We'll try to get it going. But yeah. I'm your type. Welcome to Kansas. Oh God, having Vietnam flashbacks. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Heated garage is super nice. Now, Jaws, you too? Really, man? Come on. No, it was. I got a very good deal on the heater, and I happened to have 10 gauge wiring and a 30 amp breaker. It was next to free. Yeah, I agree with Adrian. I do not want to see Jed in a wedding dress. Or I should call out Race Jed, and the loser has to wear a wedding dress. Take you prom dress shopping. Oh, why did I say that out loud? It's probably going to happen now. Oh, I am my own worst enemy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, and Jed, you will wear a wedding dress as Jezebel drags the surfing bird? She's a big girl, though. You know I have a chance, right? Like, not a great one, but chance. I mean, oh, I'm jealous of your radiant heat. I don't know. You guys argue it out in the comment section if I could take Jezebel. It's like, what, 600 horsepower and I don't know how many foot-pounds of torque. Jed's going shopping. Oh, man. A literal drag race. That's actually pretty damn funny. Drag race and drag. I really don't want to wear a dress on the internet. Not saying I don't want to. If I have to wear a dress, then everybody in my pit has to dress up with me. That's the deal. If I have to do it. Jed would. Of course you would. Jed, you're way too excited about this, man. Yeah, I don't want to work tomorrow either. I actually don't want to work most of the time, but I have stuff to do, so no luck. Oh, yeah, that's right. I should wear a cowboy hat. Jed has to wear the dress. I will, you know what? If I get to be the bandit, I'll even shave most of my facial hair so it's just the stash and a cowboy hat. I will do that. That's awesome. Yes, I'm super on to race you dressed up as the bandit. Oh, God. Just Jed in a dress is a little bit... I'm gonna be okay. I'm good. Oh. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. We're good. The bandit mosquito and a cowboy. Dude, stop it. No. I gotta end this live stream before I get talked into something awful. Oh. Ooh, yes. If you can get an industrial heater, do it. It's worth the electricity. No more haircuts. Gotta get it long and flowing. Oh, man. Grow a mullet. That'd be even better. Some of those thick birth control glasses. Oh, okay. Jed in a dress is making me giggle again. Looking like Rose and Barr. Oh, God. No Daisy Dukes, Jed. We can't... Oh. Oh. You know what? Fine. If the internet wants to see Jed and Daisy Dukes in a mullet, have at it. Things can't get any more weird than they were last year, right? And a crop top. And yeah, of course, twerk the mullet. I love how the live stream is just me reading comments now and laughing at you people. It's great. Oh. Yeah. Can't wait, Jed. A Speedo and a hat with chaps and boots. Can I at least wear like a flannel shirt to round out the look? You guys are awful. I'm bagging up this head. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. No more squirty squirt. That's not cool. Crap. Huh. Thanks for coming in, guys. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for coming in, Daniel. Always good to talk to you. Yeah, Jed, I would actually pay good money for you not to do that, but I'm not the master of your destiny, so do what you gotta do, buddy. Do it for the gram, as they say. I'm gonna bag this baby up and probably kill the stream in a couple minutes. Thank you all for coming in, and we'll do this again soon. Hopefully by then I'll have some of the engine together and you can, I don't know, watch me actually get the car close to driving again. The winter stays mild. Might even take it out on the street before spring. We'll see. It all just kind of depends. You know what? Nobody ever accused me of being smart. There we go. Oh, there's tape in there. Ew. What's there tape inside the bag? That's dumb. Oh boy. Check you guys later. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Probably next week. Keep your greasy side down.